Hey everyone, this is me from the future. The video that I originally made that I'm going to play was a mammoth of a video that I cut down massively, and it's basically an introduction to how I currently view our experience in this life and in this body. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to make it into a series of videos. So this one is a brief introduction in which I explain how the body is like a Coke can. That will become more clear. And in future videos I will talk about how to empty your Coke can, why this is relevant for actually going for what you want in life, and how this can help to change some current dynamics that you may have in your life with other people or things that you would like some help with. And though in this video I talk about storing emotions like anger just from having a bad day, and I give maybe some quite shallow examples, it really applies to the whole of one's life and big events or even small things that happen consistently that can really build up and we can store in the body. I myself, both my parents passed away by the age of 23, and this outlook has really helped me in dealing with a lot of the emotions that I've had inside of me. So yeah, I hope that it's in some way a contribution, and enjoy. Hey guys, today I want to talk about the body as a container for sensation, and I hope by the end of this video that this will help you in some way to navigate life, perhaps to navigate overwhelm, to navigate some challenges, or just to navigate your everyday going about the world. So we experience the world through our senses, and we receive this information in our body as sensation. And I really started to understand the extent of this some years ago. I was sitting down, I suddenly felt a sensation in my body, and I was like, that reminds me of this tree back in England. And then another time I felt another sensation. It was like, that's the feeling of my fridge back at home. And I really started to feel this, just feeling every single thing that happens around me as a sensation in my body, and how it is not possible for me to feel something outside of my body. Someone can shout at me across the street and that's kind of happening outside of me, but I'm experiencing it inside. So, the body as a container for sensation. I like to think of a can, let's say a Coke can, and you can fill this can with, let's say, half a litre of Coke, and then if you were to empty that and you were to squash the can, then you could fill it with less, maybe 300 milliliters or something like that. And this is what I've really experienced in the body, which is so interesting, where if I'm kind of hunched up, kind of like crushing that can, if I'm crushing my can, my body, then it's much harder for me to contain as much sensation as I would like to, and it's much easier for me to go into overwhelm being where there is too much sensation to hold in the body, and it just goes like too much, way too much. Similarly, if you already have in your Coke can 250 mils and you try to pour more liquid in, you're not going to be able to have so much liquid in there. So this is like in the body, where if we're storing a lot of emotions, and I'm not sure I know anyone who isn't storing some level, the more of a particular emotion that's stored, the more easily that it's triggered. And this is very easy to see with something like anger, where let's say I have a bad day and then I come home and then something small will trigger me. Something small will just like I'm looking for a fight. I'm looking for an argument. And I think that it can be less acknowledged with things like guilt, grief, or sadness. I've really found at times when I've cried a lot, it's been much more difficult if someone says something that would have previously been hurtful. It just doesn't really hurt me because I've kind of got a lot of that hurt out of my body. It's just like my Coke can is much more empty. Cool guys, I hope that you found this video in some way helpful or informative, and I hope to catch you in the next video. If you enjoyed it, please do subscribe, please do like. Yeah, catch you soon.